Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to part two of walking across the beautiful Ringling Bridge here in gorgeous Sarasota on this early Sunday morning. This is a ritual that Tammy and I used to do when I lived in Lakewood Ranch, Florida on a daily basis. And we even did it in the summer. She would wear an ice towel around her neck because it would be very warm. You should wear some sunblock, of which I forgot, but we'll get through it this morning. I'm videoing myself. Thank you, sir. And anyway, this park right here is gorgeous. This was remodeled when we lived here. It's a nice place. People do like an exercise program out here, and they bring your kids. And then, of course, there's the fishing is all around, and there's a big pier that just underneath the bridge here you can park and walk out. And Hart's Landing here, let me show you, is a kind of a landmark here in Sarasota. Like I say, there are a couple of restrooms here for the people that are fishing and hanging out here at the park, where if you go to the other side, which we're going to walk all the way over, we'll make a video for you. There's a beautiful parking area called Bird's Key. I don't understand why they haven't built, the city hasn't put in facilities there. I mean, it's just, when you get over there, you're going to ask yourself the same thing. It is an amazing parking area and no facilities. I mean, the city is really dropped the ball on that one because these, while they're appreciated, are older and whatever. But Hart's Landing is what it is, established in 1934, and right inside there you can purchase fishing bait, cold drinks, and snacks and that kind of thing. And then, of course, I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you some more. All right, so before we begin, we're walking away from Hart's Landing, and that's a beautiful area there. There's a new building right there they're putting up. And we've seen many of these get facelifts and new ones erected, like that white one over there when we lived here. There's so many buildings in the downtown skyline, and this island, right, it's a small little island. Right behind that is Marina Jack's. And it's a very high rent district, of course, $1 million plus condos and high-rise units. You can see there's a building just behind the one that has like a house on the roof. There's a new building back there behind it they're building. But look at that little house up there, whatever that is. And there's one right there that's new that they're building. Yeah, Tammy's pointing out we used to actually be able to get out of our car and walk straight through to the sidewalk and start heading up the bridge that we're getting ready to do right now from around the corner here. And I don't know if that's just if they've grown or they filled it in. I think there's probably been some beautification work done and they filled it in, but there was plenty of room and paths to walk through. While there were plants, it wasn't filled in like this. So now you must walk right up here. And as you can see, it's Sunday. As I'm sure we're going to see quite a few people walking the Ringling Bridge, like there always is on the weekends, especially in the winter when everyone's in town. It's not uncommon to see, dozens of people walking on both sides, coming and going. And I mentioned before in another video, you're going to hear a lot of car traffic going by. There is a pedestrian wall, as you can see right there, that protects you in the same way on this side. So it's very safe. And you're not supposed to ride your bike on this part. There's a bike lane just outside the wall on the road. But I guess some people just want to break the rules, and instead of walking their bike, they'll come blazing down. And if you were to step one foot sideways, it'd be over for you. So, a lot of people don't follow the rules, but that's what we have today. Anyway, yeah, we used to walk right through here and all the areas. Yeah, they definitely put in some more of these plants to actually prevent that. Now, on the other side of this bridge, as you know, is St. Armand Circle and Lido Beach. And one of the most frustrating parts about going to this beach is this is the only way to get off the island. So if you were to leave in the wintertime around the 3 o'clock hour, when it seems to be when everybody else wants to leave, there is a solid traffic line from the water, from the beach, all the way and further. You can be sitting here for quite a while. So many people come here.
Look at this view.
Yeah, we're gonna have some great views when I turn around and show you the skyline once we get up the bridge here a little bit. This purple building way over there, that right there is the Van Wezel building. And that's where concerts and different things are held in the Sarasota area. Big names, Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, and others have been there. I see the boat is still parked at the lead singer of AC/DC. I forget which one he is. There were two. There's a big boat. I'm going to zoom in for you right now, and that is his house. That big boat has been sitting there, and I don't think it ever moves. Big sport fisher. And you know, he could have sold and moved or something, I don't know, but that was my understanding was his house, because over here in Marina Jacks you can go out on that La Barge sightseeing boat that we showed in another video, and they take you all around this area here and point out different homes famous people have, and then they have, you know, dolphins you can see and things like that. It's pretty high up when you get up here, and it's a great exercise. I used to run it all the time. Walk, I should say. Here's the, look, you can see the skeletal of, it looks like of a building they're getting ready to put up, all the steel framing. Wow, another one. And you'll see a lot more of the buildings that aren't popped up yet because we're not high enough. And then what you're seeing there, that is the Sarasota Memorial Hospital and the downtown area of Sarasota. Tammy's getting away from me. I'll get to the top up here and we'll do some more videoing. Okay, everybody, we are at the summit on Ringling Bridge in Sarasota, Florida. It'll start to go down now to Bird Key over there. As you can see, that's the bike lane that I was referring to. And this is the pedestrian walk. It's nice and wide with this wall. And this is the channel that you would follow with your boat if you wanted to go in to the Marina Jack area. If you want to just continue traveling, I'll show you there's a bridge all the way down. And that bridge is the one that takes you over into Siesta Key. And then if I pan around here, there's the lead singer of AC/DC's house with the boat. He's got the only white house, it seems like, in the area. And that boat, I think, I don't know if it's a tax deduction or what, it hasn't moved. At least I've never seen it move. And if you look at the skyline now, I'll come back around. It's just a beautiful skyline. It's kind of gloomy this morning. Apologize for that. But then again, I don't miss that beat you down sun that we're having right now in the dog days of summer. This is late July. And when I first moved here several years ago, half of those buildings weren't there. I mean, you could see through a lot of daylight in between them. And now it was more like these over here. But a long line of them, but just not filled in as deep as they've done here. They've taken every possible piece of land there is and built onto it. And the only thing is they seem to stop at the Van Weasel over there. And then I'll zoom around here. I'll show you another thing. This whole area you're looking at across the way is Longboat Key. I'm on the summit of the Ringling Bridge, looking to the north. And if you wanted to go down that island, that barrier island, you would have to travel a long way until you got to, what's it called? You have to get out to Anna Marie Island and go to Cortez Road that would take you back over into Sarasota or Bradenton, actually, right near the Manatee River. So because the waterway is the widest point right here in Sarasota, the Sarasota Bay is the widest part. As you can see, if I come around, even right through that bridge down there where you go across to Siesta Key, for miles, it's just a narrow canal almost in comparison to the width that you're seeing here. So that's why it's very difficult. Not that they can't make bridges, they got them in the Keys, 7 Mile Bridge, but I guess they don't want to spend the money after they put this one up. You would have to go all the way down there to cross back over. That's why the traffic is horrendous here in the wintertime, because this is the only exit on, sorry about the road traffic. I've made many videos up here, and I know it's annoying to hear the tires making that whining sound, but there's nothing I can do about it. I wanted to bring you the visual. And again, we'll get down here to the other side now. I'm going to show you the Bird Key parking lot that doesn't have any restroom facilities. It makes no sense. I mean, all this money that's here. But anyway, let's get on down there. We've really enjoyed the walk up here to the summit. It's not hot at all. It is humid, but we don't have the sun beating on us, so we're good to go. You don't have the clear day. I've made videos up here when it was bright. The water was so turquoise and blue and, all that. But you can see we've got the sun is going to pop out, but not yet. So let's walk on down the bridge here. Longboat Key, lots of money, lots of fine living, lots of resorts, golf courses, and all of that is over there. And then straight ahead is your Lido Key, and it dead ends. You can only go, you can't continue down the barrier island this way. There's what they call a pass, which I call inlets. That's what they call them over there on the East Coast. But when you find an area that you can leave here and go to the ocean or the Gulf, they call it a pass. So different language, but same thing. And this island, this barrier island, ends in Lido Key down past the public beach about a mile. Here's some boats coming. Now, I will say this, while there's plenty of boats, the nautical world over here pales in comparison to Palm Beach County, where boats are by the thousands all the time, everywhere you look, up and down the intercoastal, behind everyone's home. Now, these folks pretty much all have them over here. But I don't know, you see a lot of sailing out here on certain days when there's wind, but you just don't see the motor yachting and even the boats on the Gulf out there. I think it's because they got to go so far out to get to deep water to fish that you can't see them maybe. Where in Boynton Beach, West Palm Beach, you can simply go from here to the bottom of this bridge and you're in 700 feet of water. I mean, I'm being facetious, but that's about how close it is to get to the Gulf Stream. Again, I do apologize for the road noise of the traffic. I hope that's not too annoying. I'll end this clip. We'll go on down here to the parking area I'm talking about and show you underneath the bridge too. This area here, we're gonna walk underneath here and show you on the belly of this bridge. It's quite amazing, and especially at night when they light it up with all the purple and green and red fluorescent lights. So we'll see you when we get down there. There's some really beautiful homes right there I wanted to capture before we get down here to the bottom of the bridge. I watched them build those houses years ago. Right on that point there, those two, they're kind of new. Get a picture of that. It's really pretty. So in case you couldn't notice from the video I just made of these two homes, to give you an idea, you saw the front of this first house here. Look how it continues on the side. That's one home. Pretty big. And if you look over the roof, you can see back there, right about on, where's my finger at? Anyway, right there is the same thing as you got right here on the other side, a monster. So this is where we're heading. We're at the bottom of the bridge and we're heading over to the Bird Key parking lot area, and we'll kind of just show you what it's like, and then we're going to walk underneath the bridge and it comes out right here, and we'll walk back across the bridge. But the area you're looking at over here where those homes were I just showed you was home to Jerry Springer for years, who passed away April of 23 at the age of 79, and he passed away while in Chicago, I have just learned. But over here on this parking lot, a lot of people will come in the season, and they'll put kayaks out, those paddle boards that you stand on and paddle around, because the water is very clear and calm. And you can even do beach dives with scuba tanks. I've seen a lot of people do dive lessons and stuff. So lots of activity does go on right here. And right ahead, a half a mile, is your St. Armand Circle and the Lido Beach. Okay, before we cross over to the parking area, this is the entrance to Bird Key, a very, very nice, luxurious living community on the island before you get into Lido Key. And be prepared to pay. Pay, baby, pay. If you want to live in there. And it's, as you can see, the road, it goes on down. It's not a small little area. There's quite a few streets there and places to live. And some new homes were built right here on the road in the last few years. Well, we're going over here across the street and show you what that's about. All right, so we're over here at the parking lot looking back at the Bird Key entrance. And when you come in here, there's a small short area with a circle that you can go down here and park. And there's a little recreation trail talks about it. And then this is a little bit longer area here. We can parallel and parking that way. And there's your beautiful Ringling Bridge. I've gotten some good shots. We're gonna walk down, like I said, underneath the bridge and show you how amazing it looks. And like I said, if the sun was out bright, you would see how crystal clear that Sarasota Bay is. Just a beautiful area here, Sarasota, Florida. And that's Longboat Key over that way. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you, take you off the fisheye and come around. The bridge. But not one place they have installed restroom facilities. They have a water fountain, I think, for the dogs and for people down here at the other end, and all of that, and a couple of pavilions with tables and some roof on them and all that. but I don't understand why a place like this wouldn't have facilities. A lot of people come here during the day and have their lunch that work over in Lido Key or even downtown, and they just run across the bridge and park here and sit in their car and enjoy a lunch and look at the water and whatever's going on out there, and they have nowhere to wash up. Or I mean, I think Tammy had to walk quite a ways down there to find a garbage can to throw away something that she was carrying with her. So let's go on down here and I'll show you the rest of the Bird Key parking lot area. All right, so there's one of the water fountains and the dog bowl that you can put some water in for your pets. That's kind of nice. And this is a little launching ramp, not for boats and trailers, as you can see, but you can carry down your kayak. So if you show up here and you have one of those on the roof of your car and you like to, well, like here's the one right here, he brought it on his trailer, but he has to carry it down, which is not a big deal. You can go out and kayak and fish, or like I said, the paddle boarders like to go out there and stand on their boards and do that. Beautiful palm trees and landscaping here. And like I said, it's really a nice place to come and just have your lunch. Right down here at the end is where we're going to go underneath the bridge. We'll get down there and show you that. All right, so in case you're wondering what these are, this is a place you can set your kayak. You can it's a little kayak rack. You can just hang there, so you have to leave it on the ground while you're hanging out, I guess. And there's just a bowl there and a water spigot for your dogs. So they do, it's very dog friendly. There's a bike rack here, a place to lock up your bike. If you want to take yourself a walk, leave your bike here. You know, you ride your bike across the bridge, you come from downtown, you park it right here and then get you a run in, some exercise. This is outdoor living, baby. This is Sarasota, baby. Okay, we're rounding the curve here to go underneath the Ringling Bridge. There she is. And as we pass underneath the bridge, you can see the tide is low right now. The water is down. How you doing? We'll walk down here. There's a park. But here's underneath the bridge. We zoom out for you guys. And right around that way, you can get back to the red light where we cross the road and walk back across the bridge. And like I said, you can walk on either side. We'll probably continue to walk back the side that we came down. So the car's parked over there at Hart's Landing. But look at this. This is enormous. And that's a lot of concrete, man. Look at those pilings. How big those pillars are. Those big giant things that hold the bridge up. And they have these lights that come on at night. It's really beautiful. This used to be it's a retention pond now. And it gets very full of water when we get the rains. But up here is a good place to let your dog run that stays higher up. And it's a real grassy area. Dogs love to run over there. You can throw the ball and stuff. And then you can walk around. I've even seen people swim and get in the water right over on this side. And like I said, that's the widest part of Sarasota Bay right there. It's like an ocean almost. And out here on the point seems to be a popular place that people like to fish. Small fish, bait fish that predator fish look for, they hide around these kinds of structures. So naturally where the small bait is where the bigger fish are going to be. So I see a couple of people fishing out here. Let me zoom back in, take you off a fisheye. And it's just a very easy walk and a way to run and get your exercise because there's so much to see. And you get the grade from the bridge, so you get the real vigorous exercise where you can walk up that part. You can come here and rollerblade, bike. Got fishing right here on the point. There's a big herring over here, waiting for a free meal. But it's very nice, you know, paved sidewalk for you to ride your bike, or rollerblade, or run. Another herring over here waiting. I guess those are herrings. There are a lot of those over at Nathan Benderson Park where we walk that sit and stand on the bank and patiently wait for a fish. And with their with their long neck and that long beak, they can spear a fish in lightning speed. They never miss. So let me walk up on this little hill here for a moment and show you looking back at downtown Sarasota. I'll get a picture of that right there with the bridge in the corner. And we'll zoom in one more time over there at the home that AC/DC singer owned or owns. And as you can see, that top part of that sport fishing yacht is not a canvas covered. It's a hard fiberglass enclosed area. It's a triple decker. That is a very expensive sport fisher for sure. Multi-million. Powered by twin diesel engines. And so you can see there's the people walking on the bridge. I'll come around for you. And then back over there where you see all those trees at the foot of the bridge is Hart's Landing and where we were parked. So, what is it? Oh yeah, the sun hitting those buildings out there. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the video this morning of Sarasota's Ringling Bridge and the park and Bird Key and all the areas that I brought to you. If you would consider subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And I do have links in the description box of all my videos. If you feel you can support the channel through my Amazon link, and there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in there as well. So thanks very much for viewing. I hope you guys have a great day. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Get out and live your life today and crush it.